Good morning. This is Joanne in Colorado, and I'm enjoying my garden, but I decided, even though I'm renting, I'm going to install a drip system for my pots so that I can come out and photograph birds in the morning instead of walking around and watering everything and chasing the birds from plant to plant. So I have some drip line, and I tried to get drip line that has a dripper. This is 1/4 inch line, and I tried to get it with every 6 inches, and I ordered some, but I went to the store and I picked up the only thing they had, and it was once every 12 inches. So I cut these lines so that there are 9 or 10 drippers for each 22-inch pot. Some of them are 20-inch, but I think I have one that's shorter for my one smaller pot there. But I am going to run this. I believe it's 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 inch. Anyways, I'm going to run this line from my hose there. I do have a pressure reducer, and I'm going to run a line from there right around the outside curve of these main pots. And I'm going to even run a little sprayer to the little pots on the end. And I will run a drip line into each one of my bird baths so that it gives them some fresh water every day. And then I can just clean them out as they need it, but at least they won't run out of water. And then, because I'm using used line, I'm going to try to find enough of the main irrigation line to run that way to all those pots in the row, and if possible, maybe even over to that pot. But I don't mind watering a few things like my hanging baskets, because I don't want to run a line across the lawn. And I'm going to put some little drip sprayers in around the house where I put plants along the fence. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I have connected a little T, barbed T. Whoops. Boy. Trying to focus on it, sorry. Anyways, most of them I ran the middle one to the inlet line, and then I am going to connect both ends to this barbed tee so that it keeps the pressure good all the way around. If I just put an end cap on the end, then it wouldn't be even water pressure. So and in doing this long enough, hopefully if the dirt or whatever gets in any of these drippers, it'll still have more than enough water to make it through. And then I have the inlet line. This is really hard to do with one hand, and anyways, the black line is going to run down to that main line. So I've got enough line for 19 or 9 of these pots, and one little sprayer for the one on the end. So I will have to wait for tonight to come around for them to deliver my other drip line to finish the pots, but at least I can get started. And I'm going to run this all the way around. I'm going to put this blue end cap on the end over there by the end of the pots by that pole. And if you've never done it, make sure you get one of these handy dandy tools, because what this does is it pokes a hole, the perfect size for those little drip lines to connect the hose, the little hoses to the big hose. And this makes it easy. So I am going to line this up, put holes in each one of those and run a line to the pot, and then I'm going to run the drip line a couple circles around, try to get some to the center of the pot and some around the outside so that it kind of covers the ground area inside there, and then connect the other end. If I need to, I'll put a staple in the ground in the pot to hold them so that they will water evenly. And that will be, I don't know, 20-30 pots that I don't have to water every day. So I can come out here, drink my coffee, and photograph hummingbirds instead of walking around with the hose so long. So anyways, I still have my raised garden over there on the shed. All my petunias and my salvias that are there. I have a lot of the, I think those pink ones are the supertunias, but the rest of them are million bells and the other little mini petunias that, not in the petunia family really, but hummingbirds love them. And then I put salvia, the taller ones back there over the pink are the purple salvia, like these guys. So the hummingbirds have lots of flowers over there too. So I am gonna get with it. I can't carry my phone and do this. I always end up disconnecting it. So my apologies for not being better at what I'm trying to do, but this way I can hook it up to the faucet, set it on a timer, have it water everything early in the morning, and then I'll be ready to go for the day instead of kind of drooping if I sleep in. Because if it gets 100 degrees, it doesn't take long for things to look droopy. And really thirsty. And I think the better and more evenly they're watered, the more consistently the nectar is in the plants. I would assume that when they get a fresh dose of water, like when you're growing fruit, when they get a whole lot of rain, like say if you're growing peaches, because I used to sell them, and they would be sweet as could be because of the hot temperatures, but they wouldn't grow very much in the extreme heat. And all of a sudden they'd get a cool night and they'd get a rain, and those peaches would just load up with water. Man, they would be just juicy as could be, but it'd water down all the sweetness. So the idea was to keep it watered consistently, and then in the heat it would stay sweet and it would have lots of juice in it. That extreme bunch of water all at once just waters down the flavor, and when these flowers get dry, they don't have any nectar in them. There's not very much at all. Might get sweeter but the little drop that's in there isn't nearly enough for the birds. So I'll quit rambling and I'll go do my drip system so that the flowers can have a consistent supply of water every day. And then hopefully the nectar will be consistent. They won't get dried out and then get a whole bunch of water. So, and then next thing I'm going to have to do is prune all of these little flower stems so that, or deadhead, so that they produce a whole lot of flowers instead of going to seed. And if you're not familiar with that and you've never grown these before, well, I've decided that I'll do a quick video on that, hopefully, and show you how to trim up the different kinds of plants to keep them blooming with an abundance of new flowers. So that's the goal, and I'm going to get after this drip system. So thanks for watching, and we'll keep these flowers growing because there's a lot of hummingbirds and I'm going to get more. So they just keep multiplying through October until they decide to go, depending on what the weather does this fall. So until then, we'll just keep seeing more and more hummingbirds. Have a great day.